Hey guys, my name is Simpsy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2. We're playing on the Imperator Augustus campaign with the Divide et Impera mod and some sub-mods. We are playing as Octavian. Now guys, it's time for Total War. The time you've all been waiting for. We are going to declare war upon Mark Antony himself. Now if you haven't gone and watched the last episode, it was a really nice... it was more so strategy at the start. We defeated Pompey, the Iberian tribes, and we decided to attack Lepidus. Now, being a vassal, Numidia, of Lepidus, they were paying taxes. They were very unhappy. Now, I managed to treat the Numidians with respect. I nearly saw them as my equals, as much as a Roman can. They are my military allies, of course, and I are a valuable ally. So with a military alliance with me and a vassal client state being under the thumb, I declared war on Lepidus, and Midi were like, yeah, fuck yeah. They liberated themselves and we destroyed Lepidus, however you would like to say it. So we've defeated Pompey, we've defeated Lepidus, and now it's time to push upon Mark Antony. So let's have a look at the world and how things are shaping up. Now, obviously we have modern day France, Italy, parts in northern Africa shared with Numidia, and we have obviously the Iberian Peninsula, Hispania. The Gauls have actually pushed up and taken a couple of settlements in Frisia here and there. The Iceni have taken the entirety of Britannia, the Marcomanni, and oh wow, these guys, the Belgi have taken a couple of their lands. Now, the main problem about taking Mark Antony out is his vassal states. Now, I've found a way to get around calling them all in, because, like I said, in a 1 vs 1, I feel quite confidently that I'd be able to beat Mark Antony. The thing is about his client states. Obviously, Thracia actually boards with me here. Egypt boards with me there, Galatia as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to join an active war against Mark Antony. I'm going to join the Numidian war. So the plan is we're going to hit Mark Antony and hit him hard. We're going to push over from Apollonia. Now we are losing a little bit of unit because of the supplies. Now we have Octavian leading the charge with Legion 1. We have another legion here under the command of Marcus Canius, and we have Septimus Tilius. Unfortunately, in the last episode, Marcus Agrippa did die. Now we have a full stack at Carthage ready to defend and recruit a army. So we have 3 armies ready to push across, and my huge navy of light artillery, which is so overpowered in this, we're going to be able to crush any fleets, any men in the, well, any generals in this part of the Mediterranean. So we're going to be able to crush them, which historically is what finished the war. I do believe it was roughly around about here. Where was the decisive battle? Well, it was actually mostly fought on the sea, which is interesting. Now, I do have an army up in the north at Vesontio with Publius. It actually might be a smart idea to get Publius in the front line. He's a level 6 commander and my second best. I don't know, maybe to an extent it's sort of good to have him up in the north. Now, I would like to recruit an army at Patavium to protect against the Thracians. I might actually do it at Arretium because Salona is actually closer than Segestia. So we're going to raise an army. Can Octavian 900 is going to cost me. We shall wait 1 turn. So let's declare war upon Mark Antony and finish off the last remaining Roman faction. We can actually offer them to join my confederacy. I'm not going to do that, of course. We need to crush them. Yeah, I don't know if you can actually do this in the vanilla campaign. I wouldn't want to reforge the Roman Empire, have Octavian and Mark Antony as sort of a dual Roman army, obviously taking his army. So what we're going to do is, I need to negotiate with Numidia. Now, we're going to join your war against Mark Antony. Hi, would I be able to get a payment out of them? 2,000? No, I don't reckon it's going to go through. Any other sort of things we can get out? Not really. So we're going to join your war against Mark Antony, and that is shot up in stats. Now, the only problem is if Thrace and Egypt actually declare war on me. But if I can be swift and fast, take as many of his settlements in Greece, it will obviously bankrupt his economy. That's what I'm hoping. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Octavian to take the first settlement at Apollonia. Our first battle. Balance starts. Probably going to be a fair amount of auto resolves in this taking, just fighting against boring garrisons. Let's occupy Apollonia, and we've taken our first settlement in Greece. I'm going to get my general here to push up to here. Marcus Canus is his name. Going to start besieging Dyrrachium, another clear-cut garrison victory. So once we have these settlements, that was a nice thrust straight through the gut, we're going to be able to replenish our troops quite quickly. Let's move my second army down here as well, ready to take another settlement. I'm going to keep my fleet here. Actually, let's run down this general unit here. So we've already taken 2 settlements in quite quick succession. So guys, if you still are enjoying this Total War Rome 2 Octavian campaign, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. Helps me out a bunch. It's a great way for me to gauge if you still are enjoying the series. Also, subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date with future videos. You're most welcome to check out my social media links, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. But we're going to be pushing upon Mark Antony here today. Let's just cross our fingers that none of his vassal states actually attack me, because if not, we could be in some trouble, to say the least. So we're technically only at war with Mark Antony now, no one else. So I want to recruit a army here. Nepius Carbo is his name. I wouldn't mind just having a small, I don't think I want it to be that great, 600 for auxiliary. Maybe just get a couple of just Italian levies. Just sort of a presence here, so that if shit hits the fan, we can have a... Basically, just keeping these armies here, just in case there's a rebellion, or I can see an army coming, and we can quickly hire mercenaries or retrain. Now, I am sort of wondering, should I switch out these generals? It might be a good idea, switching out him real quick. We'll switch, it costs none, so we'll give, yeah, Gannicus just here the command, and he's actually a 3-star. Oh, it's actually stopped here. No, it hasn't. He can still got his movement, which is fine. Right, we're going to get now Publius, who is a 28 years of age, a rank 6 commander. Octavian's level 9. I want to get Publius in the front lines. He's sort of being wasted, a 6-star commander up in the barbaric lands. Right, let's start besieging Narbo. I think I want to get Octavian to actually take the settlement. I will check Dyrrachium and Apollonia's buildings at some point, but I'm assuming they're Rome. I don't really want to fuss with them too much. So we do have the favor. I'd say it's a 65 to what, 35. Let's push up with Marcus Canus here to get some more additional reinforcements. Now, I don't know why the auto resolve is not in our favor here beforehand. It should have been a pretty easy victory, but now that's at 95 to 5, a clear-cut auto resolve. We're only fighting garrison armies, which are quite boring, tedious, and don't have much variety. I want to wait until we actually fight some huge full stacks, some huge legions of Mark Antony, which I'm sure after we've taken 3 of his settlements, he's going to want some retribution. So we've taken so we're going to be able to recruit some interesting units here. Okay, Apollonia. These seem to be all military buildings. Let's continue to push our claim take this pretty key settlement right in the center of Greece. We have Athens, Sparta to the south, and I do believe it's Thessalonica, the former Macedonian capital. I wasn't actually checking here. Maybe I could have actually liberated or subjugated some factions. I didn't actually look, because obviously there's a lot of former Greek factions here. So we've got Thessalonica. Yeah, it's Thessalonica. Okay. So Mark Antony only has 2 settlements to North Thessalonica and then 2 to the south here. I'm going to run down this fleet of generals. I wonder... Yeah, I don't think we have enough amphibious units to... Where did that go? To take, like, roads or something. Right, so we're going to continue to... If we see any units, we're going to run them down. Right, I haven't ended the turn just yet. Publius is travelling. Okay. Agents-wise, we have my spy. Let's move you now to... Where exactly? We have a spy here in Sparta and Athena. Let's end the turn. So hopefully we can get a battle in today's episode. Victory conditions wise, we need 100. We currently have 57. So once we finish off Mark Antony and his vassals, I'm assuming we're going to come pretty close to our victory conditions. So this campaign will end in the not too soon future. I feel like there's going to be a fair number of episodes. So let me know in the comments what you'd like me to replace this. Maybe another Roman campaign, another Rome 2. I really do enjoy this game. I have played as Sparta and in the Divide et Impera, and Rome itself, for 2 huge fantastic kingdoms. Now we have been attacked here at Apollonia with a fleet, and there's not really overly too much we can do about it. So we have lost Apollonia as soon as we have taken it, which is unfortunate, but hey, you win some, you lose some. We're going to be able to take Apollonia back quite easily, because we do have our full... We got 2 full stacks here. I wasn't actually expecting an attack at Apollonia, but maybe I can see a couple of armies and banners in the distance. Maybe it's one of Mark Antony's armies, but we are causing some havoc amongst his his empire. Jesus, we got some supplies running low. Okay. Oh, that's with my fleet there. Right, so we're either going to have to go back to Allied territory, or we're going to have to dock soon. Oh, so we've only got 2 turns of open supplies. Right, we're going to have to go back to our territory. Might even push to Apollonia. Now, what's happened here in our events? Army destroyed the garrison, fleet. Okay, because, right, so returned home. Mission successful. Maintain 110 units. We managed to get 9,500 from our treasury. An objective issued. New objective, control 38 settlements either by direct ownership. Okay, right. So we have 10,000 in the bank now. What am I going to use that for? Not entirely sure. So let's push down and take Apollonia back. I think this is going to be a pretty easy order resolve. Nicely done. Let's push this army to Apollonia. We'll move this one out. I just hope that we don't get attacked by Thrace or anything. So Mark Antony has sent his Legion 1 through Thrace to deal with us. Let's have a quick look at Thessalonica. We're gonna have, if we can take Thessalonica, that would be probably more important than Athens, because the rest of his empire's to that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing around and try hit Thessalonica. I don't think I'm going to be able to take it with this host, because I think the garrison at Thessalonica, 15 units, is just a little bit too much, if I do say so myself. Right, I would like to recruit another army here. At least just a small one. So let's go with the levies. Let's just go with some Praetorian Guard, 2 units of archers, and then just the 2 armored legionaries. That'll do just fine, because we don't really, and we're not making too much money at this point in time. Let's have a quick look. I'm trying to think, should I... It's sort of Roman, so I don't really need to fuck with it. It's honestly not too bad of an idea having military buildings on your front line, especially trying to colonize Greece. I'm better off putting money into my other economy. I might actually keep that 6,800 just as a bit of a war chest if we need to hire mercenaries or I don't know, recruit more units. But let's see what Mark Antony does. Okay, so this campaign on Imperator Augustus may look a little bit different if you're not aware. I am playing on the Divide et Impera mod, and some sub-mods are in the description below. As you can hear in the background, the beautiful Rome 1 music. Okay, so we've gotten some more additional money here, which is great. We're going to move my fleet further up. Right, should I go with what now? I have a lot of really good. I have the Legion Barracks recruited now. I'm just out of curiosity to see what we can sort of really recruit. Armored Legionaries, Eagle Cohort. We can get stuff relatively cheaply now. Right, what do we want to go with? Tactics or Siege? What does Tactics sort of do? It just gives me bonuses for my units. I honestly think we're better off getting Siege stuff, because we're going to be doing a lot of that soon. I probably should have even been doing it earlier. Right, so it looks like Mark Antony hasn't moved Duffy's Hope. He's given away... pretty easy attack here, so I might even start... oh no, I'm going to actually swap you out with Publius. I nearly forgot. So Publius is here now. Nice. Let's start the siege of Thessalonica. So we are still not quite favoured. Oh, well, we are favoured to win, but we're still going to lose a lot of troops in that order as well. So I'm going to continue the siege, which I don't mind doing. We got one more turn for supplies, so we're going to have to redock at a port to continue. Alright, what else can I sort of do here? We are losing a considerable amount of money per turn now. The goals are still pushing. They are my client state still. They do not like me very much. I'm trying to think. I think we just should keep this money if we're going. Yeah, it's a good idea. Or maybe we should put a little bit into our economy. Up in the north here, upgrade some of these manufacturing buildings. Agriculture and wealth. Stone quarry. Just put a little of it back. Because the more you put into the economy, the more you get out of it. That's enough. Right, did I put Septimus in this army? I think that's what I was moving up to the north. I knew I had something else to do. I was going to put Septimus up here, because I prefer to have all of my Octavian dynasty commanding my armies. So we currently have a 62 to 38 sway. There's no chance of a civil war. Octavian is 30 years of age, a 9-star commander. Right, let's end the turn and continue on. We have some upgrades here. I might even do a save now, but I will try to get a battle against Mark Antony. But at the moment, we're just fighting garrison battles, which honestly doesn't surprise me. We've taken him, well, by a surprise attack. Interestingly enough, he wasn't expecting it. We had the element of surprise. So if we can take Thessalonica, that's a pretty crucial settlement. The Gauls, the Arvani, want me to join a war. No, thank you. Right, so what's this attrition report? Is that because we haven't got much food in these provinces? Because we had an attrition report. Okay, right. The attrition report was from the siege, and the other was from my ships, which don't have any more supplies because you can't send your ships out into if you have unless you have some supplies. So we're gonna have to move it back to Apollonia. That's also what the Divide et Impera puts in. So we're gonna be resupplying here now. Let's push Legion 1 into the field, and let's take Thessalonica now. Easy auto-resolve. And we've taken Thessalonica. Right. Get an aqueduct there then. Right. Let's move my spy, have a look at what Mark Antony's doing. Oh, here we go. Here is his forces. Right. Rightio. I want to keep Octavian in the army. I'm trying to think whether I should push you up. Yeah, I'm better off having Octavian's army in the field, because it's more battle hardened and would do better if Mark Antony attacks. So he has 3 full stacks here, it looks like. And I do believe, is that Mark Antony? No? I wonder where Mark Antony is himself. Because it's kind of hard to tell what he looks like. No, it doesn't look like he's here. I'm not too sure. Right, regardless, let's continue to take as many of his provinces as possible. So where should I move this army? Should I move it north to attack his province in the north? Quickly take that, the only settlement in Thracia. Happiness-wise, it's not too bad. We're going to be able to wait until we get some... We're losing 35,000 per turn. Why is that? Is that because of our trade rights? We are making 1,400 per turn. Is it because we've inherited all this corruption? Or empire maintenance? 90% empire maintenance. Maybe that's why. It's because we've taken so many territories so quickly. I'm trying to think what we can do here. Well, we can obviously try change up the stances. That reduces the army though. I wouldn't mind putting the stance here, 34,000. What I'm going to have to do is, I might have to actually disband some of these armies. For example, the one in Carthage is probably not honestly needed. 25. Do we need a huge force up in the north like this, just made up of Germanic levies? No. And to an extent, we only need 2 of these. We need 2 legionary cohorts, 2 spearmen. What's cheaper, the javelin? Well, we don't even really need the javelinmen, to be honest. We need just the... Well, the archers we'll get rid of, because I think the javelinmen are more important. So, now we've just quickly disbanded all those men. We're going to make... We're going to make do. We're just going to... scrape. So maybe I'm better off... I don't know. Scrapping some of these buildings, these N-tier buildings that I've just inherited. Let's end the turn and continue. If it gets really bad, I hope not. So we've taken a nice chunk of Greece, which is great. We still need to push upon Athens and Sparta, but I thought Thessalonica would be we're bankrupt. We are losing so much money, and we've actually had a desertion. Okay. Alright, but now we have 8 turns of supplies. Let's swing you around here to Thessalonica. His armies are rotting here. I imagine there's not enough food here in Thrace. Alright, let's push up now and take this settlement. I don't... I like the look of those Thracians there. So we're losing so much money because of the Empire maintenance that we've inherited. So maybe I need to start breaking down some of these buildings that we don't need. So what do we have? So we have the entirety of Macedonia, which is Thessalonica here. Like, we're getting a -6 squalor. Let's break this down a bit. It's a good idea to keep a military, like, post to some extent. We don't really need a military wharf here, nor do we need that. Right, in Dyrrachium, we can definitely start breaking down these military buildings into the port to some extent. This is going to create us some money. Stadium, a level 5 stadium, +7 public order. Because we're losing a considerable amount per turn. If we put the tax rates up, we'll be fine for a turn, and then we'll drop all those things down. Is it even to an extent here? -4 food. Maybe drop that down a bit. It's because this just cost me way too much bloody maintenance. We'll spike the taxes up to get rid of this bankruptcy, because that's what it is. And we also don't really need these high tier buildings on these lands. As long as we've got Macedonia for a military staging ground, we've also got our territories back at home, so if shit hits the fan, we can always move back and recruit. They want me to join the war against Numidia. No, I need to be quick fast. I need to hit Mark Antony and hit him hard. The quicker I can eliminate him, we can pick apart his vassals. I have no grudges against his vassals, so we might not even attack them. We'll just have to see. But we're going to let him rot in Thrace, because they are starving. Let's push upon his settlements, his settlement in northern Thrace, which is probably one of the settlements which is going to be harder to hold. Now, doing so, we've just made, and there was, what was it, 89, the Empire maintenance? Still kind of big, but we can make this now into food. What else was this transformed to? Just go with public order buildings and just go with food. It's not too bad of an idea. And now we're only losing 90 per turn. It was just because, yeah, because we had those, like, why the fuck do you, I've still got it. Why do you need, like, a level 5 stadium? That's absolutely insane. Right. We need to take these settlements, but I don't want to really leave it undefended. We could help this... Oh, okay, what's happening here? We're actually losing food, and we're losing here as well. Why is that? Oh, unseasonal conditions. Low region supplies. Right, okay. That's what the problem is. Yeah, we go with fish. We'll make them a fishing port. Because we need supplies in this part of the world. Right, let's move my fleet to Athens. Let's start the blockade. What are the odds when we start blockading? My admiral is pretty strong. Alright. Let's swing down with Octavian. I'm going to keep Octavian. Let's swing down and take Athens. With, I do believe this is Marcus, no, this is Publius. Marcus Canus is in the north. So we'll take Athens. Man, he had none of his armies on mainland Greece. That's insane. So let's start breaking down these. Sparta as well. Alright, what does he have here now? Right, let's break that down. Let's keep that. I'm going to exempt this region from tax, because I do need the army down here, -13. Let's move Octavian to Thessalonica. How can we rectify this? We don't really need this, so get rid of that. We only need the barracks. Let's get rid of the auxiliary, because we need a bit of farm here. So we're making money per turn now. But let's have a look at the campaign map in a second, just to show you the huge chunk. How are we going for time? Oh, it's been half an hour. Shit, I didn't even check the time. Wow, this episode has blown past. So we've taken Athens, Apollonia, Thessalonica, Dyrrachium, the big settlements to take of note. So we've nearly taken the entirety of Greece. So we have Sparta and a couple of territories here and there. Mark Antony has armies in Asia Minor, in Asia, Nicomedia, Pergamon. He also has an abundance of territories in the Middle East, Antioch as well, and a couple of settlements here and there. But most of his armies are just in Thrace. They are rotting away because of the low unit supplies here. So I'm going to sit back, relax, let them rot away. Mind you, I am sort of rotting myself. Once we break this down, we're going to be able to build a farm here as well. We just need food. An aqueduct's going to help. But it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We're going to continue to push against Mark Antony. Once we finished off with him, we'll assess our victory conditions. If we need a couple more settlements, we'll push against his vassals, Thrace, Egypt, Galatia. And we might go north. We'll just have to see. My Gaulish Arvani allies are pushing up in the north against the Germanics, Marco Mani. The British occupy the United Kingdom, modern day. But yeah, it's time to end it here. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my social media links, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care of yourself. Stay tuned for more content on SimCity Total War. I'm not quitting what? Fuck me. I'm not quitting YouTube anytime soon, so expect future content. Goodbye.